Hello, ladies, and welcome to Book Buzz, a series in which I read all the books that are buzzing on the internet and tell you if they're worth it or not. Today, we have the only book to ever exist in the history of books. It's beautiful! And I'm talking about the
Book Buzz! She's a reader.
Watch Me by Tahira Mafi. This is a spin-off book series that is a spin-off of the Shatter Me series, TikTok's probably most beloved book series. Shatter Me series, I think I already said that. Intros are not my forte, as you can see. Shatter Me series is a dystopian book series, but I feel like I don't have to tell you that. Like, if you've clicked on this video, you're probably here because, girl, you know what's about to go down. Watch Me is a spin-off. The author, 13 years later, decided, no, it's been more like 6, 7 after her last book was published. Maybe even like 5. Like 5. It's been a couple years, basically, since the author last published the last book of that series, and she decided she said, I have more to say. Okay, their story is not done. I have more to say. And so she came out with this book, and this follows one of the younger characters in the original Shatter Me universe, and we're reading his story now and the absolute insanity that it is, and that happened, and what's going on, and what's going on actually. I read this book in one sitting, the best and worst decision I've ever made in my life. So good, too good. I fear Tahira Mafi ruins every other author for me. No one does it the way she does. She is Mother Mafi in my eyes, always. Mafi's men, guys, it's remarkable. It's remarkable what she can do. In this Book Buzz episode, it's going to be a little different than my other episodes if you are familiar with my channel. If you're not, hi, welcome, guys. This is crazy. But in previous Book Buzz episodes, I normally do like a reading vlog portion, and in the reading vlog, I keep spoilers to a minimum, like very vague spoilers, and then I have a spoiler-free review and then a spoiler-filled review. But since Watch Me is a continuation of a series, I'm like, girl, how am I not supposed to spoil things? Like, this is completely built on the basis of another 6-book series. Like, I can't not spoil things. Like, I hate to say it. So this is just going to be a reading vlog and then like a review, a wrap up, my thoughts, my theories of everything at the end, and everything's just going to have spoilers. So if you intend to read the book and you haven't yet, you want to go into it blind, I just recommend that you skip this video, come back in a little bit. I'll be here waiting for you. But don't watch it now because I'm going to say everything and I don't want to ruin your reading experience. So I blatantly talk about quotes, blatantly talk about major spoilers in this video. So watch out. But if you've read this book, or maybe you just like listening, maybe you have no intention of reading the book, but you just like listening to people talk about books, hi guys, buckle in. This book was freaking crazy, and I'm so freaking excited. So without further ado, let the reading vlog commence. Lots of screaming, I apologize. Watch that if you will, and I'll be right here for the little review and wrap up when you're done.
Oh my god. Guys, I actually have not stopped screaming since this book blessed my hands. This is the best day of my life. Genuinely. Today, and then the day that our infinite fate, infinite spirals of fate, whatever that was. The 4th book of the This Woven Kingdom series, that day, those are gonna be the best days of my life, you guys. Tahira Mafi, Mother Mafi, guys, I am a lover. She is my number one. I love her. Genuinely, ever since I bought this book, my day has been sunshine and rainbows, and that is saying a lot because yesterday, which was Monday, I was sick. Out of nowhere, sledgehammer in the body, disgusting, horribly sick, guys. I was just in bed the whole day. And today woke up still feeling horrible, and then I got this book, and suddenly everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna read you guys the little blurb. James Anderson had a plan, or half of one. All that matters is he managed to do what his older brother, the famous Aaron Warner Anderson, never did. Infiltrate Ark Island, the last refuge of the reestablishment. No one else had been able to breach the stronghold, but James is in a prison cell, sure, but as far as James is concerned, a win is a win. Rosabelle Wolf had a plan. She always has a plan. On Ark Island, where constant surveillance is packaged as security, even emotions must be experienced with caution. As a trained assassin, her every movement is monitored by synthetic intelligence, and when she's given an order to kill, she never hesitates. An explosive journey through a dystopian landscape, pulse-pounding action and torturous romance. Like, guys, enemies to lovers has never felt more impossible. Like, girl, who are we when no one is watching? Okay, these are my, like, assumptions. What's the word? Like, when you think, these are my hypotheses. What the frick? What is the freaking word, guys? This is my what I think is gonna happen in the book series. 1, Aaron is gonna be a dad, guys. This takes place 10 years in the future from when the Shatter Me universe happens. So Aaron is like a cheeky 31. He's a dad. Juliet is pregnant or preparing. Aaron's preparing to be a dad. Juliet's preparing to be a mom. I think she's pregnant or in the process of being pregnant. Guys, are we forgetting what happened in Believe Me? That man said, I'm gonna make sure you don't remember your name. Like, there's no way she's not pregnant. I think also stars are gonna have a lot to do with it. This may be stupid, but like the book has a bunch of like constellations literally everywhere. Do you guys see this? Like these are constellations, no? So I think stars are gonna play an important part. Maybe it's like Rosabelle's nickname, or they're like fated mates in the stars or something like that. Because why else would it be freaking all over the book, guys? Like, I feel like in this little blurb, James is in a prison cell, so I feel like he's gonna try and do something to like prove himself that he's not like the young little boy that Warner thinks he is, and that's kind of how he gets himself in the prison cell. And then Warner's obviously gonna be so freaking pissed, and it's gonna make Juliet mad, and then he's not even gonna be mad that James is in the prison cell. He's gonna be mad because Juliet is mad, and how dare anyone make Juliet mad / sad. And like, dare I say, like, my man. Enough talking, guys. We're gonna get to reading. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna get to reading. And I'll catch you guys when oh my god. Whoa, freaking beautiful. Rosabelle, chapter 1. Oh my god. Oh, this is beautiful! I can't stop! Guys, also, just the book in general is so beautiful. Okay. Actually, genuinely enough talking. I've been literally talking for 8 minutes. That's insane. I will catch you guys when interesting things happen. I am so freaking excited. Okay. When I open the cupboard, the shelves are empty. Yay! See what that says? James. Okay, if you know what this means, Aaron Warner is coming. Oh my god, wait, oh my god, wait, like, I love this! Wait, he's, like, funny, guys! Oh my god, wait, guys, I wanna cry! This is so perfect! This is so perfect. He goes, I wonder if anyone back home has realized I'm gone. And he goes, of course they have more on. Adam is gonna be pissed. Warner's gonna be super pissed. Juliet might already be crying. If I survive this, Kenji will probably kill me himself. Like, oh, stop! Guys, this is what dreams are made of! Oh my god, okay, my first theory is proved correct. He literally goes, back in the womb of home and family where I'm still treated like a baby who doesn't know how to wipe his own ass. Doing something like this seemed genius. So if I could do the one thing even the famous Aaron Warner Anderson couldn't do, maybe they'd finally respect me. Maybe they'd finally look at me like a man and not a 10-year-old boy who used to cry for his big brother every night. I told you! I literally told you guys, what did I say? That he was gonna go to Ark Island to kind of prove himself as like a big boy and not like a little child. Guys, am I a freaking genius or what? What the frick? Guys, he's so funny! He yells at the wall, shower. I shout at the wall and nothing happens. Piece of shit. I shout at the wall. Like, oh, guys, he's so funny! And oh my god, like, I'm already getting, like, he's actually, like, the perfect, guys, mind you, 2 pages I read, but I can already tell he's the perfect mixture of, like, Kenji and Warner. First encounter with Rosabelle, he goes, white blonde hair, icy eyes, skin like glass, really absurdly gorgeous. Like, Dada has such a way of, like, talking about characters. Like, you know when she talked about Aaron Warner in the Shatter Me series, and she's like, you're so mathematically perfect. Like, I don't know, it's just so, like, oh, really absurdly gorgeous. Like, I want somebody to look at me and say that, like, really absurdly gorgeous. Like, what the frick? Guys! She presses a knife to his throat. Gag it! Guys, what the frick? Never in my life have I read 24 pages of a book and been this thoroughly entertained. What the frick? Dada is making this book so freaking cheeky. What do you mean? Doll Hands is a serial killer. My pants were getting tight over a serial What do you mean by that, huh? What do you mean by that? Like, what the frick, guys? Like, this would have not passed in the Shatter box. What the frick? I thought, what is going on, y'all? Aaron Warner is just that guy. He will always be that guy. Always was, always will, always am. He is that guy. Like, James is in a horrible situation. Like, he's in the forest. He's, like, recovering from his wounds. He's like, how do I leave freaking Ark Island? I'm stuck. So he's, like, looking at the raccoon because he's like, I know you freakazoids are, like, filming everything. First of all, humor top notch. He's hilarious. I love him. The way he's just, like, running around talking to himself and he's like, I know we were thinking, but, like, now I got it. Like, the way he's talking to himself, he's freaking hilarious because I love him and I love Tahada's writing so far. But anyways, back to Aaron Warner. James is all like, I'd encourage you to ask yourself this. What would Aaron Warner Anderson do? Because that's the question I'm about to answer. And he taught me everything I know. Like, when the character haunts the narrative or whatever that saying is. Oh, this way. Hey, honey, guys. Sebastian is actually a freak. I just want you guys to think psychopath, part of the reestablishment. He looks you dead in the face and says, your little like, of course I hate your little sister. She's a parasite because she's killing you. Like, how could I not hate her? Meanwhile, he's like smiling. If a man looked me dead in the face and said my little sister was a parasite and he'd essentially rather her die, girl, hold me back. Hold me back. Hold me. 153 pages! And we finally see Kenji in the flesh. Adam in the flesh, guys. Where's Aaron Warner? Like, stop, wait. I can't even freaking read. I'm so excited. Oh my god, guys, my characters, like, my one true loves, like, they're back with me again. Oh my god, guys, my characters are back. Like, I'm actually gonna start crying. Oh my god, like, Kenji, guys. Kenji, he's just as funny. Like, no. I'm actually gonna start crying. Oh my god, Warner is mad. Jay cried for like 12 hours. The man damn near lost his mind. I'm incoherent with my words right now, but guys, like, get to a man so down bad that he's not even mad at the fact that you're gone. He's just mad at the fact that his wife is crying. Like, need, want, and crave all day, every day. Guys, Kenji is just as charming and as funny as, like, I last remember him, and, like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna start crying, guys. I'm actually gonna start crying. Aw, guys, like, I actually kind of feel bad for James. Like, after that whole, imagine that whole, like, basically life or death mission, basically just a death mission, and he comes back and everyone's kind of just ignoring him, running around doing, like, drinking juice boxes in front of him. Like, literally Kenji and Winston and Adam are all talking about snacks, and he's like, hey, I say frustrated, no one is looking at me, no one is listening to me. God, this is exactly the kind of garbage that pushed me off the edge to begin with. Like, I don't know, my heart is kind of bleeding for him. Like, it makes me so sad. While I get, like, Kenji and Warner and all the baddies, like, obviously caring for someone that you, like, raised, and, like, this is my little brother. I'm 30. I know so much more than you. At the same time, like, my heart also bleeds for James. Like, guys, treat him like the baddie he is. I'm sick. Guys, oh my god. Guys, I think Warner's here. Stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Slap on the dab. Gotta remember this moment for years to come. Kids, Honor is home. Oh my god, Aaron! No, like, I missed you! Oh my god. Oh, like, I missed you. Guys, their interactions are so sweet. Like, I'm gonna cry. It literally feels like being lost in a forest and then finally finding home again. Like, oh my god. Woo. Like, don't judge, okay? Promise, like, judgment-free zone. Like, so he's still sitting, and then Warner's all like, I have to talk to a child. And then James is all like, I'm not a child. And Warner's all like, well, you're right. Most children learn to stand by the age of 1. How old are you again? I'm not gonna lie though, I do really feel bad for James. Like, he says, I thought the gentle mocking and constant babying was bad before I left for the Ark. I thought at a minimum, coming home alive would inspire some sort of respect, if not outright admiration for surviving the unsurvivable. Instead, it looks like I've just made things worse. Like, I really do feel for, like, I understand both sides of the arguments, guys, and it's just, like, it's really making me emotional. Aaron Warner's disdain for profanity is honestly, like, dare I say, so attractive. Like, it really is. Like, I don't know, something about a man that's just so smart. Something about a man. Babe, we're actually talking about words on paper. Point still stands, though, okay? Something just about a super smart, super just
guy, you know, and just being like, ugh, like curse words are so below me. Like, I don't need to resort to such uses of language to express my emotions. Like, something about that is just like, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I'm at page 181, so I've officially reached the halfway point, a little over the halfway point. The halfway point was in the middle of a chapter, so I wanted to finish it. Chapter 21, and these are my overall thoughts of the book so far. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun. Setup so far is great. So we got James going to Ark Island, totally messing up. His entire his entire like 2 days there was absolutely hilarious. I'm so sorry. I absolutely died at him like knocking over every single animal and being like, you perverts, I know you're watching me. I thought that was freaking hilarious. His encounter with Rosabelle is, I think, also just very sweet, like being like, oh, who's this beautiful elf? Like, I love her. He's so like cheeky with it. He's so like Kenji coded. I can't. Also, like, I just very much his strength, like he's literally the perfect in between like Kenji and Warner. Like Kenji's humor, him smiling while he's all bloodied, like girl, give me some of that. Like I love, but then also just like his strength is very akin to Warner's, and it's so wow, it's so nice. Now they're off the island and they're back home, and Warner is here, guys. Like I actually genuinely was getting really emotional reading all the characters again. Like it genuinely felt like seeing your friends after such a long time. Like the books, Shatter Me series just meant so much to me. Like it was the type of book that just found me at the most perfect time in my life, and that like a series that I will like take with me to the grave, you know what I mean? So seeing all the characters again and interacting in a way that is just so familiar to me just felt incredible, and I just felt like, oh my god, it felt like I was there like watching my friends laugh again, and it was so heartwarming. They're just as funny and just as charming as I last remember them. Kenji, hilarious. Every time he spoke, I was just, oh my god, I love him. Winston, Adam, love them so much. But Warner, ugh, when Warner speaks, you're just like, oh my god, like this is the reason why he's Aaron freaking Warner Anderson. Like this is why he's so smart. This is why he's like ruling over the world. Like you just hear him speak and you're just like, like yes, like yes. Granted, I don't know how the other half of this book is going, but I definitely see the setup for either the latter half of this book or other books in this series, like the setup of James's character and his character growth, and also Warner's growth as well, or just like not Warner, just the whole group in general. Because right now James is feeling like the whole reason he did that suicide mission is to kind of garner respect, because he feels like a child, and like I get that, but then I also get like as somebody who has a younger sibling, like my little sister, at the same time, like she will always be my baby. Like she will always be my little baby sister. Like I don't care if she's 40, girl, she's literally 10 in my eyes. So I get where Warner and Kenji and Juliet and all of them are coming from, but I also get where Warner, like not Warner, where James is coming from, and wanting that respect and wanting people to see him as like the grown 21-year-old he is. Do you know what I mean? But I see the setup for his character growth and realizing like, okay, there are things like I have still yet to learn. There are things that I need to grow from. I also see how like his whole kind of very like crazy energy, his very like doing things just for the plot, like nonchalantness. I definitely see how that's going to impact the plot later. Like I can definitely see him just doing some crazy things, and I see it happening for good. Like I totally see him just like jumping off of a freaking helicopter, because that's like he's very, what's the word, guys? I'm like forgetting English. Impulsive is the word. He's very impulsive and spontaneous with his actions, and I totally see that like either working in his favor or backfiring on him. I don't know. Thoughts so far were just like a bramble of a bunch of just, I don't even know. I've had so much fun so far. Writing is great. Aaron Warner is great. James's humor is great. I can't wait to see Juliet again. Chapter 21, we have, what's the last chapter? 37. Oh my gosh. We have like 16 chapters left? Okay. Catch you guys later. I don't know if this counts as like a minor trope in books. This video is going to be so embarrassing to watch back, guys. Like, genuinely, the sickness, my throat is like 4 times the size it normally should be. I can't even speak properly. But a trope, if it can even be called that, but something that happens in books that I absolutely love, and it's happening right here, is when the characters are like in this kind of push and pull, like not fully enemies, but not really friends state, like a kind of just like, I don't really like you, but I'm like tolerating you, but like
something about you is pulling at my heartstrings, like that type of emotional connection between the two characters when they're at that phase. And then a character is like, character A stops smiling, or they're upset, or they're crying, and then character B is so like, they're so struck by this, they're just like, I'll literally do whatever it takes to bring back their smile, to stop their tears. Oh, I love that so freaking much. Right now, Roosevelt asks James, she's like, why are you being so kind to me? And he places the glass of water on the tray in front of me, then sits back in his seat. The smile is gone. In fact, his face shuts off altogether. I sit up without thinking, as if the action will return the smile to his face. The smile does not return. Like, the idea that, like, even though you guys don't, like, fully like each other yet, but, like, for some undisclosed reason, your body kind of just acts on impulse where you just want to make this person happy again, you want to return their smile. I love those types of scenes. Absolutely love them. Like, it's just, it's like the foundation of like, you guys want each other so bad. You guys want each other so bad. Page 199, Rosabelle is like getting dressed, and as she's getting dressed, she notices that they left her a box of shoes, water, and chocolate. And she picks up the chocolate and she's like, oh my god, like I haven't had chocolate since I was a child. This is insane. I've made up my mind that I'm gonna give this to Clara when I see her sister. And she's like, I'm gonna go back to the reestablishment, I'm gonna prove my loyalty to them, and I'm gonna give the chocolate bar to my sister. Klaus, this like supernatural AI bot robot, bruh, freaking Elon Musk is taking over the world. Guys, Klaus, she's like, Klaus promised me freedom, right? Because in one of the chapters, I had it noted, but like, girl, oh, right, wow, I freaking opened the page directly to it. Klaus told Rosabelle that complete this mission to satisfaction, Rosabelle, and we will set you and your sister free. And she's all set on this promise, right? She's doing all this because she wants to go back to Claire, her sister, and she has this idea that, like, we're gonna be free. But babe, this is a reestablishment. Like, I genuinely think that this Klaus AI entity bot robot freakazoid of nature type of thing, when they say free, I just think he means death. Like, I think he's gonna be like, complete this mission and you're gonna be set free. And by set free, he means set free of your body, babe. Your soul's gonna be with God. Like, you're dying. I think they're gonna kill her. And I think once she realizes this, again, just a theory, but I think once she realizes that, like, girl, the reestablishment does not like you, that's when she's gonna snap and be like, okay, wait, actually, maybe I should start helping Aaron Warner. Which is always the choice. The correct answer is always helping Aaron Warner, guys. Come on, get with it. Rosabelle has just met with, like, the secretive op agent nurse who, like, told her phase 2 of the mission. And the last line of this chapter on page 201 is, this fantasy world they've built won't last much longer. And I don't know why, but that just fills me with so much dread and sadness. Like, oh my god, my baby's worked so hard for freaking 6 books just to have peace, just to live a life outside of this insane regime that just wants to control every living, breathing thing. And, like, little do they know that, like, their evil nurses are spying on them. Like, oh my god, like, take her to the guillotine, I'm sick. Like, I actually genuinely feel sick. I have to remind myself, like, girl, this is not real. But, like, I actually do feel sick. Like, thinking about, like, Aaron Warner and Juliet and Kenji and everything they've worked hard for. And, like, little do they know that they have rats right under their noses. This freaking nurse, when I catch her, girl, it's on sight. I'm killing you. Juliet is here, my baby. She's just as sweet and caring and loving and, like, bubbly and, like, as I remember her, oh my god, she's so great. She's all smiling and she goes, that's why he's so excited about the chip you brought home. He's really proud of you, James. It's a big deal what you did, despite the way it made us feel. He talks about it all the time. Like, that's so Juliet, just always caring about others and just, like, I love her and I miss her so much. I knew it! I knew it! She's pregnant. She's pregnant! Guys! I knew it! Oh my god, this is major. This is tea. Oh my god. I can see why you're single to Kenji. Don't play with me right now. Why did Warner just look and say, if I can see why you're single? What do you mean I can see why you're single? What the frick do you mean I can see why you're single? Guys, don't play with me. Like, don't play with me. Oh my god, I'm gonna vomit. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I actually needed a minute to kind of just re-evaluate what I just read. What the frick do you mean Kenji is single? But she wanted to reconnect with her roots for an indefinite period of time. I'm gonna marry some hot Arab dude. Like, that line actually cracked me up. Like, that was freaking hilarious. But Kenji's all like, I said I don't want to talk about it. So obviously he's still so hurt about it. Like, guys, Guys, this is so... Oh my god, wait, why did Juliet cry out without warning? Doubling over as she sucks in a sharp breath. Warner shoots upright, his eyes flaring with panic. Shit. Oh my god, wait. I actually didn't reach that part of the book. Oh my god, wait, what's actually happening? Are you sure you're okay, love? Ah! Okay, we're at page 214. And Warner is like laying down the plan on James, and he's like, we're gonna enter Rosabelle into this program. 8 weeks, you're gonna talk about her feelings. Hopefully, you know, we're gonna let the reestablishment know that, like, we're gonna make them think that we're stupid enough to take their bait, but like really we're so big and strong and we're thinking like 10 steps ahead. But it kind of breaks my heart, like, this fleeting thought of this all being for nothing, because the reestablishment has frickin' Klaus. Guys, whatever the frick Klaus is, are we forgetting this freakazoid of a computer or whatever the heck AI? Frickin' Elon Musk! Guys, they have Elon Musk! What the heck? The fact that they have that, and they probably already know that this is your plan all along. The fact that the New Republic, like, Aaron Warner, you literally have an evil nurse rat under your nose. Like, how many other freakazoids are there? How many freakazoids are there, guys? So it's kind of just breaking my heart. They're like thinking of this plan and thinking this far ahead, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna rehabilitate Rosabelle and do all this, but all of it's just gonna be futile and for nothing. Like, Aaron Warner being like the big brother is just so like endearing. He looks at James and he's like, don't forget to shave and do a clean job this time. Use a straight razor like I showed you. Like, oh. Oh my god, that hits you, guys. Like, oh my god. James being like, what's that? You think I'm more handsome than you, smarter than you, taller than you? And at that, Warner sits up in his chair, his eyes flashing. And then James is like, you're right, I crossed a line, won't happen again. And it's just freaking hilarious because Warner's 5'9", and like, this has just been a thing within the shadowy fandom where it's just like, no, like, 5'9", never, like, he's 6 feet in my head, blah, blah, blah. And even Tahamafi has made note of this, and she's like, guys, like, I didn't think 5'9" was short, like, 5'9" is tall to me, because I think Tata's like 5'2" herself. And so it's just freaking hilarious that she put a jab at her own character in the book. And like, even Warner's well aware that his height is like funny. My 5'9" king, like a short king. I love him, okay? Tahamafi is the only author to do down bad yearning, down bad men, just men, period, full stop. Like, she's the only one to ever do it, guys. She heard us screaming, crying in the void, saying, girl, like, please save us. These book talk books are just not giving us love. They're giving us less. Like, what is this freaky deaky? Like, get this out. She heard, Mother Mafi heard, and she delivered. James is just thinking of Rosabelle, and he's all like, if she's not driving me up a wall, she's driving me insane. Sometimes all she does is look at me, and I never know what to do with myself when she does this, so I just sit there as she stares, her eyes raking over every inch of me, wondering what the hell she's thinking and knowing she'll never tell me. Sometimes she won't speak for so long, the silence begins to make me sweat. I wake up thinking about her, I fall asleep thinking about her, I accidentally brushed against her going through a doorway, and the way my body reacted, you'd think she pinned me to the wall and offered to unzip my pants. I had to leave the building just to get air. I started dreaming about her. I wake up in the middle of the night, overheated and out of my mind. I've had trouble sleeping all my life, but this might be the worst sleep I've had in years. She laughs, and he says my soul left my body. I'd always thought she was gorgeous, but I had no idea what I was missing. The way her eyes lit up, the way her nose wrinkled. She'd been eating more every day, looking healthier, growing only more radiant. Wow, I'd whispered. No words. Literally no words. Okay, I'm at the last 50 pages. We have a little change of scenery because my sister kicked me out of the room. She was like, girl, I have to go to bed. So, struggles of sharing a room. But I digress. Last 50 pages, guys. This is crazy. Leon is freaking me out. I really can't tell what's going on with him, guys. He's at her door being like, Rosabelle, Rosie, I got your note. You love me so much. I'm like kind of freaked out by him, I'm not gonna lie. But something is going on and I can't tell. So I'm so excited to find out, is he an operative or is he just crazy? Like, literally what is going on? Death is freedom, guys. You said you promised me that if I completed my mission, you would set me and my sister free. Death is freedom. I told you. Guys, I told you. Wait, like I actually kind of do feel big brain right now. Guys, I told you. Should you choose to accept your final sacrifice, we will reward you by killing Clara swiftly. Oh my god. If you reject the final sacrifice, we will keep her alive for 10 years, each day enduring greater tortures than the day before. Guys, I told you, I knew it. I'm done. I'm done. The fact that I have to wait a whole nother year with this cliffhanger, I'm sick to my stomach.
Guys, she just laid the foundations for actually genuinely the most insane storyline ever. Like, this whole Klaus Nexus thing is gonna be insane. But what's freaking me out is the fact that the Shatter Me series is 6 books. So that's essentially 6 years. If you're telling me I'm gonna have to sit tight for 6 years, guys, I'm 22. 22 plus 6. Guys, you're telling me I'm gonna be freaking 28? 28? I'm gonna be literally popping out kids. Waiting for this book. Guys, this was insane. You're back! Oh my gosh, like, how was it? Like, your poor little eardrums, girl. I'm so sorry, but like, like, how can I not? How can I not scream, cry, throw up? Guys, I also just realized that this outfit that I'm wearing is almost a identical carbon copy of the outfit I wore for my last book buzz episode, which was reading the This Woven Kingdom series, which is Tahramafi's second ever published series. So I'm like wearing the same outfit. Like, maybe this is just my Tahramafi uniform, you know what I mean? No regrets. She's cute. She kind of matches the book. So, hey, but you're back. Guys, like, can you relate or what? Like, please tell me that you reacted the same way. I very much cut the scenes short, but like, believe me, I was crying, I was screaming, throwing up, like, circling my room a lot more than what you saw. This book was insane. This book was insane. Every time Tahramafi publishes a book, I doubt her. I'm a very, very foolish woman, and I'm gonna say it to you now. I don't doubt her. It's more so just like, come on, like, you gotta mess up sometime. No. No, 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 no. Babe, she eats it up every single time. This book completely, wholly, truly exceeded all my expectations. And girl, I had expectations. The Shatter Me book series is my #1 book series in the history of ever. Like, it is competing on a very thin, like, there is a very thin margin between that and the This Woven Kingdom series. Shatter Me series probably triumphs it just on the basis of, like, memory and just being a sentimental person, because that was the first book series that made me like really fall in love with reading. But like, regardless, both book series, Shatter Me and This Woven Kingdom, are 2 Tahramafi book series. So all you have to know is like, she is mother, she is queen, she is icon. And yeah, this book was just wow, 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 perfection. I rated it 6 out of 5 stars. And I know some of you may be like, Amina, what is the point of having a 5-star rating system if you're gonna rate a book 6 out of 5 stars? Like, girl, what? To me, a 5 out of 5 star book is a book in which I love, I like, I'll recommend it to a lot of people. A character, a scene, a quote is gonna stick with me for a while. You know, once in a blue moon, once every couple of months, I'm gonna kind of be gutted at the remembrance of something that happened in the book. I'm left kind of just feeling like, wow, that was great. That was really, really great, you know? Yeah, I liked it. A 6-star read to me is a book that I stay up tossing and turning about. A book that the second I flip the last page, the only thing I want to do is flip all the way back to the first page and start all over again. A 6-star read is the type of book that leaves you with the most hollow, gut-wrenching feeling known to man. A 6-star read is anything that Tahramafi publishes. That is the differentiation to me on my rating system. Like, it's just, you know, you have 5-star reads that this is just phenomenal. Like, I love this. I'm gonna recommend it to my friends. If I see it in a bookstore, I'm gonna giggle. Like, I occasionally think about the characters and their storylines. 6-star is like, this is world shattering. Like, my world has been shattered. Like, these characters, the storyline, this means everything to me. I'm going to think about this for the rest of my life. A great example of that is the Shatter Me series. I read that book series 3 years ago, and I think about it every single day. Another example is the This Woven Kingdom series. I finished that 2 months ago, and I think about it genuinely every single waking moment. I think about that book and I think about that series, and I'm counting down the days until the next book comes out. Like, it is just world shattering. Like, genuinely, I feel like I became a new person ever since reading. That's what a 6-star book to me, and that is this. Like, I opened up that book and I just felt like I was home. I felt like I was lost at sea and I finally made it home, which I know is so dramatic, but if you're a girl that feels just everything tenfold, and you're often called like overly sensitive or overly emotional, like you'll just get me. When it comes to things I just love so much, and I love Shatter Me, and I just love Tahramafi as a whole, but like Shatter Me means so much to me. That book's, sorry guys, we're going off on a tangent and just going to Shatter Me right now, but I have to set the basis, okay? Shatter Me as a series means so much to me because it represents so much more than a book series. Like that book series is not like, I not only do I just love the characters and I love the storyline and I love the humor and I love the wit, but it represents so much more to me. It was a time and place of my life. It just like found me at the most perfect time, and it was just it's you know what I mean? And so being able to revisit that just literally felt like coming home after like being drenched in the rain, after feeling alone, after being like stranded on a deserted island and having your first sip of water. Like that is what this book felt like, and it was just incredible. I really did not know what to expect when I was going into this. Granted, read the blurb, you know, I saw the little sneak peeks on Tahramafi's Instagram, and I was like, okay, the reestablishment is not gone. What the frick? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Like, I had no idea what to expect. But regardless, I still had high expectations. I was like, okay, girl, like you have your own shoes to fill, but they're big shoes to fill. The Shadow Me universe, this Woven Kingdom, like girl, you've got a lot. And she delivered. We'll start with the two main characters, James and Rosabelle. Wow, 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 wow. James as a character is so hilarious. Oh my god, I was dying of laughter. He is so perfectly in between Kenji and Warner. And I honestly didn't think it was possible to combine two characters that are polar opposites. Like Warner and Kenji are so different, and James is just the perfect in between of them. He's so funny and he's so sly. Ugh, guys, there were scenes. Ugh, guys, beginning chapters when he's all like bloodied and like beating people up, like left and right, and there's blood, and he's still like smiling on the battlefield. Girl, that did something to me. I was like, oh, what's going on? Like, I love you. I love him. Stop. I can't. There was a scene where he was like carrying equipment to like take it back to the New Republic. And it was like Rosabelle, the main character, was like quoting how it must have been hundreds of pounds worth of equipment. And he was like trekking through the mountains like it was nothing. And I was like, oh, where did he learn that from? Yeah, Warner, Mr. I can bench press 315 pounds. Guys, like it was just so perfect, and he's so funny, and he's just so quick with it, you know? So he was so enjoyable to read. Like I literally just felt like I was reading the child of Kenji and Warner. Rosabelle was so alike to Juliet that it just made me like sob. Like the two are just in the Shatter Me series, you guys know how Juliet has this thing where she's like, I'm not insane. Rosabelle has this thing where she's like, die. And so seeing kind of the similarities between the two was just, it was so heartwarming, and it genuinely felt like reading the Shadow Me series all over again, but like 10 times better, because obviously it's been years since Shatter Me first came out, and so it's been years for Tahra as an author to improve her writing, and improve she did, babe. Like Rosabelle as a character kind of frustrated me because I understand where she's coming from, right? Her allegiance and loyalty to the reestablishment, where she's just like, if I try hard enough, maybe they'll accept me and they'll stop outcasting me and my sister, and I'll have a life for my sister. But at the same time, she hates them. But then at the same time, she also hates the New Republic, because she's just like, you guys, like, you killed hundreds of people. And like, there were some quotes that I can't pull up, but she was like, she made notion of how like the New Republic, as in Aaron Warner, Juliet, Kenji's, like, you know, their world, how they also kill and do evil, but like they sit on this ground of moral superiority, and when the reestablishment does it, it's evil. And like I kind of understand where she's coming from, but I was just like, I feel like one is a necessary evil. Like, girl, the New Republic, yes, they're killing people, but girl, they're killing evil people. Like, is that not a necessary evil? Like, not me defending death, but girl, if Aaron Warner's at the gun, hell yeah, kill them all. You know what I mean? Like, what the heck? I feel like maybe that goes too much into the topic of like morality and like evil and war, and I don't think I'm like equipped to go that deep into philosophical talk right now. But I understand where Rosabelle is coming from, where she kind of hates both. She's just like, I want peace. I just want peace. I want to live with my sister in peace. And as of right now, she has peace with neither place. The only place she has peace with is with James. Tadamafi's men, guys, like, she knows how to write a man, which makes me wonder, like, damn, she is getting treated so well in her relationship. Like, I just know her husband treats her so well. Because, girl, there is no, like, there is no way you are writing men this amazingly if you aren't treated amazingly by the men in your life. You know what I mean? So I was just like, damn, God, please bless me with someone, like, please. But God, does she know how to write men? Like, James's, like, infatuation with Rosabelle, he saw her and she's like, she's so beautiful. I feel like it was very natural. Like, obviously, when I go into class and you not I, we, anyone, just general, we, anyone. Sorry, I don't know why I made that kind of awkward, but when you walk into class and you notice someone, you're just like, oh my God, that guy is so cute. And you develop like a little crush. And I feel like that's what it was for James and Rosabelle. Like, he saw her and she was like, oh my God, she is beautiful. Which, first of all, his like flirtiness, like when he was like, oh, like he had a gun to her and he's like, hey, beautiful, it's just me and you. And I was like, ah! I can't. Oh my God, guys, I'm telling you, perfection, like in between Kenji and Warner, like best of both worlds. But his little flirtiness with her was just so cute. And obviously Rosabelle being this girl who's just supposed to be dead inside, when you see this like super tall, muscular, blonde haired Aaron Warner 2.0 coming up to you and calling you beautiful, like, duh, you're gonna fold. Like, it makes sense. And he's just so kind to her, and it's so different from what she has experienced in her life that, like, it makes sense that the two of them kind of developed a bond, but like not really, but like kind of throughout the book. Like, towards the end it was kind of a mess, but it's built for a beautiful foundation for the next books. Okay, so the two characters, I absolutely love them. Very complex. I can't wait to see the two of them kind of dive into their own traumas and problems and grow from it. I can't wait just to see their growth in general and see Rosabelle hopefully turn against the reestablishment and, link arms with the right side, which is Aaron Warner. Wherever he's standing, gaze, that's the right side. I can't wait to see James. First of all, I pitied him so much. Hearing him over and over again kind of just feel so broken and so sad because nobody kind of trusts him and nobody really values him as like a man, as like a 21-year-old who's like, girl, he knows how to combat, he knows how to fight, he like let him do things, but everyone kind of just sees him still as little James, like the child. Like, I get it, as someone with a younger sister, I get it, like that is my baby forever and ever and ever, but at the same time I can also see James' perspective where he's like, is this a joke? Like, can you guys start treating me appropriately? Like, this one scene, guys, where James comes back from Ark Island and he's like sitting at the table, and then Kenji and Winston and Adam, they're all talking about snacks, and like James is trying to be serious but people are still talking about snacks. Like, it actually broke my heart for him. I felt so bad. But again, I feel like this is a beautiful setup for the next books where we're going to see him grow, and we're going to see the characters around him grow. I definitely see a scene in which Warner, Warner who doubts him so much, Warner who treats him like a child so much, is going to give James kind of this approval and be like, I trust you. Like, I know you're going to do what's good. And then that's just going to like elate James so much. So I'm excited to see that. The two characters, James and Rosabelle, are so fantastic. They were so fun to read about. The little banter, their quick wits back and forth, the way they were just like so like push and pull was just so enjoyable. Loved it. Now on to just kind of the plot in the background. The reestablishment, girl, what the hell was that? I was actually genuinely getting freaked out towards the end. What is Klaus? I genuinely still cannot wrap my head around what it is. Maybe I have to do a reread, but I was just like, is Klaus this like AI robotic knowing entity, or is Klaus like a person that's gone cyborg? Like, I was kind of lost a little bit, but freaky. I just thought Klaus was maybe this like giant computer screen that was like freaky, but it was still located in Ark Island. But then Klaus took over Leon towards the end. Guys, I was actually like turning my head. I was so scared. Oh my God, my foot is literally asleep. Why does it look like that? But Klaus, guys, freaked me out. Just insane. Like, I don't know. I think as an author, to be able to go back to the Shatter universe, which was wrapped up, and still be able to like find little holes that she could perfectly intertwine Watchmen into is so impressive. So this whole idea of Klaus and Ark Island is just so cool. Klaus, just insane. Also, the Nexus is just insane to begin with. The fact that every single person on the island is just like essentially this robotic entity that has controlled your emotions, your surveillance is just. You're telling me they know my thoughts? That is. What, hello? There was this one quote where Rosabelle, I think she was. I don't know what she was talking about, but she was like, I think she was talking about Klaus in general. And she was talking about how Klaus was surveilling James, because like James, they dunked him in and out of that ambiotic fluid, and so then he's like linked to the Nexus or whatever. So then Klaus was able to map out his exact like what he was gonna do, which is just insane and so freaky. But Rosabelle, I forgot the quote again, but she had made note. She said something along the lines of like as human beings, when you're fed something, you begin to think it's like your own actions, but it's not. Like, this is what's being fed to you that's causing these actions. And I felt like that was kind of a way. I don't know if I'm like thinking too philosophically about this, but I feel like that was kind of a way to kind of talk about propaganda as a whole, especially important in this climate, in this day and age. But I felt like it was a kind of a way to touch on propaganda and how we, we think that our actions, and it doesn't even have to be propaganda in terms of like war and conflict. It can even be propaganda in terms of like marketing tactics and marketing tools, where you're kind of just like fed all of these things in the background of your mind, and so you take actions and you think that, oh yeah, like this is all my thought process. But like, girl, no, it's not. Like, this is very much programmed into you. Like, think about how many times you go to the store and you buy products and you're just like, oh, it's because I really want to try this product. Do you really want to try this product, or were you just like subconsciously convinced that you need to try this product because you saw 50 other influencers try? Do you kind of get what I'm saying? So I feel like that was a kind of a cool way to make note of that. Again, I don't know if I'm like reading into it too much, but I feel like that's kind of what Tahramafi was getting at a little bit. No? But so the Klaus thing was just freaky. The way that when James was going off script, something as silly as saying, I'm gonna take an icy bath, like off script, was freaking out. What was her name? Like the lady who was with Rosabelle, like the director, whatever. The way that she got like freaked out and she's like, wait, he's going off script. I was like, what have y'all created? Like, genuinely, as human beings, like there is no way you think that this is like incredible. Air the place out, guys. Bring back Warner. Air the place out, guys. Get us out. So that whole entire idea is so cool to me, and I'm so excited to see how this is gonna play out and what's gonna happen and how freaky things are about to be. Theories, I totally think. Rosabelle kept mentioning how her and Sebastian used to have a thing before he began to sell pieces of himself, and little by little he kind of just became this like unrecognizable thing to her, because he was Nexus, Klaus, so on and so forth. And so I totally think that something similar is going to happen to James, where maybe they go back to Ark Island, maybe they get captured, something of the sort, and then James is going to kind of have this like robotic Nexus cloud configuration type of thing, and he's gonna be so unlike himself, because James, guys, he's so funny, he's flirtatious, he's sarcastic, he always has a smile on his face. And so when Rosabelle is confronted with this version of him that's like so robotic, I think it's gonna freak her out. I can so see that happening in a future scene. But the idea of the cloud, the Nexus, is just so insane to me. Speaking of Nexus and Rosabelle, guys, they kept mentioning in the books how Rosabelle is the only one who is disconnected from the Nexus. Like, they cannot get her connected, and they have no idea why. They don't know if she has some sort of like power or mutated gene, so on and so forth, and it was so freaky. But they kept mentioning it, and they also mentioned how she would die. Like, the last couple of pages of the book, Rosabelle died. Like, there was no heartbeat, there was no brain activity. They thought she was dead, but then she comes back to life, and then Warner was all like, she's gonna run, shut down the building, which first of all was so guys, the way that Warner is just like so smart and always 10 steps ahead of people, which he isn't 10 steps ahead, because guys, he has evil rats under his nose, but we'll get into that in a second. But the way that, her brain died, but like she wasn't dead, like she was alive, I feel like that is going to be like the cherry on top to how this book is going to wrap up. Like, I really, really think that that's the whole, like, she's gonna maybe take on Klaus, and they're gonna have this AI entity, robot, whatever type of being. Like, I feel like she's gonna take on Klaus. and like they're gonna have some sort of like mental battle type of thing, and then she's gonna die. But she dies and it's just her brain is dead, which kills off Klaus, but then like she like is alive again, and like James is gonna be crying. Maybe James is reviving her with his healing powers, but she's gonna like be alive again, and but then Klaus is now dead. I feel like that's gonna happen because there's just so much emphasis on how she dies and how she's dead inside and she's not alive. So I feel like that's gonna be a way that Tahramafi wraps it up. Maybe I'm like theorizing too much, but do you see the vision that I'm laying out for you guys? I'm so excited for this like epic battle, the reestablishment in the New Republic meeting up again. Speaking of, if anything drastic happens, I'm saying if the core three die, if Kenji, Juliet, Aaron, Core 4, Nazira die, I'm killing myself with them. They're not allowed to die, guys. Like, I'll actually kill myself. But I do think that something tragic is going to happen. Similar to how in the Shatter Me series, Summer died, as in Juliet's sister. I feel like someone or something is going to die. Maybe Clara, Rosabelle's sister. Maybe someone's gonna get really injured, like Aaron's gonna get really, really injured. And then James is gonna have to be the next like leader in his footsteps, something like that. And then it's gonna freak everyone out because Warner's gonna be a dad. Warner's gonna be a dad. Guys, so insane. Warner's gonna be a dad. Guys, he's such a girl dad. Like I need Juliet to be pregnant with a girl. Which, first of all, Juliet suffering through 3 miscarriages, not 3 miscarriages, I think she was on the verge of having miscarriage, is so heart-wrenching. Like, my poor, beautiful baby girl has gone through so much. Like, please, please. Warner being a dad, like, maybe something, I just feel like something tragic is on the way. But yeah, going back to the little rat that's under Warner's nose, guys, Warner, the way he has this built, like every single time James would come in and he'd be like, me and Rosabelle, like after his sessions with Rosabelle, and he'd be like, me and Rosabelle we've made so much progress. Like, she was asking me questions. She asked me if the light was real, and he was so impressed with himself. And then Warner was like, are you stupid? She was asking you if the light was real because she wants to know if she's underground or not. And the way he's able to kind of break things down, which one, I do want to say, I think Rosabelle did have pure intentions. Like, she just wanted to know, is this light real? I feel like she had pure intentions. But that's another topic. But the way that like Warner's just like 10 steps ahead in that sense, and he's just like able to kind of outmaneuver things, like when Rosabelle came back to life and he looked at her dead in the face and he said, she's gonna run, lock the building down. Oh my god, Warner's just put so much effort into making sure his family and the people he loves, they're safe. But oh my god, reading about how no, like things are not as it seems. Like the nurse is the one who gave Rosabelle the disc. The nurse. You have to understand, like, what level of clearance do you have to be a nurse, to be also with a high profile captive, and you're working with the reestablishment. So it makes me wonder, like, how many evil, like, backstabbing reestablishment spies are in the New Republic. And it breaks my heart for Warner and Juliet and Kenji and all of them. And I'm like, all this work you guys are doing, and you have so many spies, and you don't even know about it. At least I think they don't know about it. Maybe they do. We don't really know what Warner knows and what he doesn't know in terms of the reestablishment. But it's just like, Warner really wouldn't put a spy with Rosabelle. You know, like if he had some sort of inkling of doubt that a spy was, why would he give the spy to Rosabelle? So it makes no sense. So it just like breaks my heart when guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just ranting. But like I have no one else to talk to about this. I'm so sorry. But when Leon was taken over by I already forgot the name. The Lexus? The Lexus. Is it the Lexus? Lexus. What was it called? The Lexus. I think it was actually the Lexus, guys. I've been talking so much, I genuinely forgot. But the Lexus, whatever that freakazoid AI robot Elon Musk 2.0 is, when it took a hold of Leon, and Leon was like, we're not the only ones. And the whole idea is basically for them to all drink this vial, get into the earth, and then the earth contaminates all of, you know, the New Republic. I was just like, oh my god, there's so much reestablishment spies, and like I highly doubt Aaron knows all of this, so it just like breaks my heart. And like I don't think Tahramafi would end the book in such a tragic way. Like I don't think so, but it still breaks my heart knowing like they put all this work in, and he's overworked, and he's like a stressed father to be, and like it could be all futile because, girl, they've got the reestablishment has his claws in so deep. It actually genuinely broke me. But, like, it's okay. James is gonna save the day, guys. Like, come on, please, please, please. All of the Warner scenes had me, like, giggling so hard. I didn't think he could get any more perfect. But then again, Tara's had years to perfect her craft, perfect her writing. He's even funnier, even wittier, even more sarcastic, even more loving. Like, I adore him. Reading his lines just, like, sparked something within me. I was so lost. I was so lost. And, like, it finally found home again. Like, literally when Juliet was, like, shifting in bed and he, like, runs to her side to help, you know, fix the pillow so she can sleep properly. And he's like, good night, my love. And I was just like, and then James was all like, Juliet and Aaron have ruined relationships for me. Like, I want something like them so bad. And I was like, girl, you're literally telling me, like, story of my life. I'm sick. I truly had so much fun reading about Warner and Kenji's hilarious, and Kenji and Azita, guys, I'm telling you right now, they are endgame. Like, they're coming back. He was hilarious, guys. I'm so sorry when he was like, she's going back home and she's gonna be with a hot Arab dude. Died of laughter. He's so freaking funny. But guys, he's so down bad. The way he was all like she's so beautiful. How is she still so beautiful? Did she get even prettier? I was just like, oh my god. Dara knew. She knew we needed the yearners. We needed the down bad man. And she's like, let me deliver. But, like, I'm telling you, they're going to be endgame. I feel like there's going to be, like, maybe a little bit of an awkward reunion because Nazira is going to be here till the birth of Juliet's baby, which isn't for another couple weeks. So I feel like there's going to be, like, a little bit of awkward tension between them. But I do feel like they're going to have some sort of epic, like, end battle towards the end. I think all of the Supreme Commanders are going to come back, as in, like, Hyder, Nazira, like, the other Supreme Commanders as well. I just think it's going to be so cool. I've been talking for so long, I kind of am losing track of what I said and didn't say, but I took note of a bunch of things at 1:31 a.m. like, as soon as I finished this book, and I wrote, Aaron, insane, like, actually insane. His devotion to Juliet and the way he flips like a switch whenever she so much as speaks. Oh, I die. Also, he's so smart. I couldn't contain myself, guys. He's so cool, calm, and collected anytime it doesn't involve Juliet. Yeah, like, the way that, like, when I already said this, but when Rosabelle kind of rose up and then everyone's, like, freaking out, like, what the hell, how is she was supposed to be dead, and then Warner's, like, so cool, calm, and collected, and he's like, shut the building down. I feel like in the Shatter Me series, you see Warner in Juliet's perspective, and obviously Warner is so different to Juliet, and so you kind of get this, like, rose-tinted glasses perception of him. So seeing Warner from James's perspective was, like, a little bit different, and you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is Supreme Commander of the new reestablishment, the new Republic. Love, give me more. And then literally every scene with Juliet, like, he'd literally turn, like, yell at Kenji, and then he'd look at Juliet and he'd be like, I'm so sorry, my love, like, I didn't mean to yell at you, like, I love you and you're so perfect and you're so amazing, I love you so much. God, I love him. I wrote a bunch of theories down as well. So I did, James is going to do something reckless again, like going back to Ark Island. I feel like, again, playing into the whole everyone doesn't trust him, everyone treats him like a child, so he's going to be like, you know what, let me go do something again. I feel like James and Rosabelle are connected in some way. Maybe they met when they were younger as their dads ran sectors together. Kind of their pull, like, James kept mentioning, like, I don't know, I feel this pull towards her. So maybe they have some sort of past together. I don't know. I wrote epic Supreme Commander children reunion. Oh, epic. I mean, they're ready for a full-blown war, and we're going to see Hyder and Nazira and all the others gearing up. It's going to be so cool. I wrote Kenji and Nazira are going to be so back. Trust. And I said maybe even Kenji will move because long distance. Like, Nazira does. She's, like, West Asia. So maybe, like, Kenji will go back to and, like, be the Supreme Commander of East Asia because Kenji is Japanese, but at the same time, like, I highly doubt he would leave Juliet and Aaron and James. So I don't know. I know that they're gonna be endgame, guys, believe me. I feel like Juliet is definitely gonna have a complicated birth, and I feel like those complications are going to be a pathway or passageway for James to do something. I don't know, like, Warner is super stressed with Juliet, and then James sees this as a passageway for him to sneak and talk to Rosabelle, because the way the book ended, Warner was like, girl, forget Rosabelle even existed. You are off this. Like, you're off this. Go back home. So I feel like maybe there's going to be some sort of complication, some sort of dramatics, and that's going to be the opening he needs. I said James being controlled, almost like a PETA situation. I think he's going to be so unlike himself and it's going to break her. I think I already mentioned this in the video, but like how Sebastian lost himself, I think James is going to somehow be tied to the Nexus, tied to Klaus, so on and so forth. Kind of like a PETA from the Hunger Games like situation, and that's going to just freak out Rosabelle. And I feel like rather than Rosabelle breaking out herself, James is going to be the one to do it, which ties back to the Reckless idea, because Rosabelle's going to be in prison right now. But the last scene of Rosabelle and James together is James being like, do you trust me? And Rosabelle being like, yes. So I feel like Reckless decision, he's just going to go in and break Rosabelle out herself, and he's going to be like, I trust you. Something is going on. Like someone who's coming with so many bruises and malnutrition, like they are evil. We're gonna fix this. You have to tell me everything. And she's gonna like tell him as much as she can. And he's gonna be like, he's gonna be so funny about it. He's gonna be like, holy shit, like this is crazy. What are you talking about? Like, that's evil. What do you mean they wanted you to kill yourself and bury yourself with a vial? He's like, this is freaky. And then he's gonna be like, wow, Warner's gonna be so jealous. Like, look at all this information I found out. Like, guys, come on. Do you see what I'm saying? And then last but not least, I sense tragedy. I don't know what, but I feel like Warner's gonna be badly injured or something of the sorts. Basically a reiteration of everything I've said. This book was just insane. Writing was so fun. A total step up from Shatter Me, and I love Shatter Me. I mean that genuinely as a compliment. You could so see how Tara has improved. The dialogue was so funny and so witty and so natural. The characters were so complex and so fun to read about. The storyline is just insane. Like, I truly cannot wait to see where Tahara takes this. Like, she really leveled up the ante, is that the saying, from the Shatter Me series. Like, I'm so sorry. AI robot entity being that can script out exactly what you're gonna do by the minute. Guys, we are screwed. Like, what is going on? Like, wait, pause. I also feel like that's gonna tie into James being reckless. Like, I feel like Klaus is gonna have this whole script, like, yeah, James is gonna do this and James is gonna do this, but James is known for being so reckless and just doing things spontaneously. So I think he's gonna do things and mess up Klaus, the system, and it's just gonna be like everyone's freaking out because, like, what the heck? He's not supposed to do that. But like, because we literally got mention of that. Like, when James pulled up in the helicopter to like save Rosabelle, and then Sebastian looked and he was like, what the heck? He wasn't even supposed to be here for another 5 minutes. Like, I feel like that was kind of an entry way to show us that James is so reckless and he's so spontaneous that like he's gonna mess up Klaus somehow. They're gonna like expect him to do some things, but his integrity, his moral standing, it's gonna reign supreme. And I think we're in for the best thing ever. I don't know if Tara has announced it anywhere yet, and I'm just out of the loop, but I have no idea how many books this is going to be. Definitely more than 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, 5, 6. I don't know. All I know is we are going to be locked in for the next couple of years. You and me, babe. Everything I could have ever wanted and more. I ranted till my heart's content. My mouth is so dry. I'm exhausted. But I'm so excited to hear your guys' theories, your assumptions, how reading everything was. Like, was this not incredible? I saw some people complaining and they were like, you're by the way, you totally can. Like, please don't take that as me being like, either you rate it 6 stars or die. That's not what I mean. I just meant, like, I saw some people saying that, I didn't really like Watch Me because I felt like not a lot happened and it was just a setup for the other books. But I was like, I feel like so much happened. Guys, they were jumped right into the action. We were on Ark Island. We learned about Rosabelle. We learned about her family, her history, the type of person she is. We learned about Klaus and the Nexus. We learned about James and the type of situation he's in and how that can create like resentment and things. Like, we learned so much. We got the gang back together. We got Juliet being pregnant. We got Kenji and Azita broke up. We got all of these things. Like, there was a lot that happened. And also, I feel like, isn't the whole point of the first book of a series to set up the foundation for other books? I was like, I just think that this was the perfect gateway back into the Shatter Me universe, back into this new era. So phenomenal, so incredible. I am so excited for the next book. Like, really, really exceeded everything. Like, I couldn't be happier with a book. Like, truly, oh my god. Wow. Tara Mafi, the woman that you are, always phenomenal. Can't wait to hear all your guys' thoughts in the comments. This was incredible. This was incredible. This was incredible. I'm totally gonna reread this like today. Perfection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry. This was actually just me like brambling for like an hour. Um, but you know, I've got you, you've got me. We're in this together. I've literally nobody else to talk to about this. None of my friends read slash read shatter me. So we're in this together. I can't wait to hear everything you have to say. Thank you so much for sticking with me for so long. I hope you guys liked this book buzz episode. And I'm so excited to continue. Thank you guys. Like, I literally had the time of my life actually ranting. This was so fun, very therapeutic. Um, this was just this was everything and more. I definitely tried to contain myself and not scream, but like believe me, there is a ravaging beast in here, just screaming, crying, throwing up. This was perfection. I am just in awe and shock, in delight, in sadness. Like this was wow. I'm back home again. I'm back home and it feels so good.